People, deluded, I'm back again. I hope everybody's well and safe. I hope you're all enjoying, for me, what is a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and in some cases, good night. I hope you're doing well and safe. As you guys know, people, Arsenal obviously defeated Millwall 4-1 in a behind closed doors friendly. I say behind closed doors. I'm sure you all saw 4 p.m. UK time yesterday. It was streamed via arsenal.com. And, you can't read too much into pre-season negatively and poorly. You've got to keep balance. When you lose, it's not the end of the world. When you win, you're not amazing. But there are, like I said, some positives to take. There are positives to take whether you win, lose, or draw. There are, well, for me, every game paints a picture. Every game paints a picture into how we want to start the season. In pre-season, we're not going to be the finished article. We're not going to, be switched on defensively, scoring 100 goals. It's not. What you want to do is start the wheels in motion, lay the foundations, make sure things click into place so that we can start the season well. Then obviously when things are under full swing, we keep elevating and things. And I feel this game against Millwall, there are some positives to take. There are some concerns and things like that. It is what it is. What can I say? For me, the positives, we played some good attacking football. We put some good attacking moves together. I saw for all 4 goals, really, there was, all interchanging movement, lovely passing. Obviously, with respect to Millwall, it wasn't going to be a sort of test that I would have liked for us. We conceded a goal, a cheap one, and I'll get on to that. But obviously, it's one-sided traffic. We're in their home half. The majority of the game's in their box. It's not as like how Hibernian or Rangers were, where they were taking it to us. I'm not saying Millwall weren't giving a goal. They were trying to win. It's just there was obviously a goal in class. And, we did look like we enjoyed ourselves today. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to see players playing with a smile on their face, because at times we haven't looked like we've enjoyed football when we look scared, amongst other things. Now, when I look at it, as I said, people, we're playing. Every goal we scored was a result of a good team move. The goal scorer or the person who technically got the assist will get the headlines. But I felt 1-0 was a good one, really and truly. When we scored, obviously it was a good bit of teamwork play. It was an acrobatic finish, or attempted finish, better yet, from Aubameyang. Callum Chambers, who was getting forward quite a lot, tapped it in. The second goal, second half, we started to open up the floodgates and things, and we, Smith Rowe was buzzing around. I think he had a very good game, in terms of minutes in the legs. I think Pepe as well, Partey, Lokonga, actually El Nene also. I think Eddie Nketiah had a couple chances he could have taken in his minutes. I think Balogun did well when he got his minutes as well. The second goal, obviously, it's good play. Tierney was, looked sharp down the left-hand side. Tierney, Chambers, Lokonga, Lacazette and Aubameyang all involved in what ended with Lacazette scoring a bullet header. 3-0, again, similar theme, good teamwork move, 5 or 6 people involved. Pepe bagged, but it was a good move. Lokonga's passing, can improve, but it is better than people are then giving credit for, and you're going to see that. His attempted pass was initially almost cut out. I like that he attempted it, but Smith Rowe latched onto it, and between Smith Rowe, Lacazette and Aubameyang, everybody combined it, obviously, for Pepe to eventually put it in the back of the net. Also, 4-0 was, again, similar theme. Again, once again, a lovely move. Initially resulted from a poor throw-in from Millwall, and you saw Willian, Lacazette, Nelson obviously involved. Balogun finished. Now, I'm happy for Balogun because personally, I feel in this pre-season, he's doing everything well. He's dropping when he's supposed to drop. He's defending. He's making the right runs. Obviously, end product historically can improve. Passing when you're meant to pass, shoot when you're meant to shoot. Don't get the lines blurred in that regards. But I think he's done well, and it was nice to see him grab a goal. And like I said, the main thing for me, defensively, we've got a lot of improvements to make, and the goal we conceded kind of highlights that. But we haven't really, and again, there's no pressure. The team's really sitting back. There's a golfing class between the two teams. So there is a lot of factors probably to explain why we played with a quote unquote swagger, or we're knocking the ball around, or at least for all 4 goals, they were good teamwork moves. But I like that because we haven't had that. So that tells me, for me, Arteta is giving them a bit of freedom, and the players are relishing it because he needs to have the freedom within a framework. They've got to defend, they've got to press, they've got to do what the manager asks of them, but he's also got to set them up so that we're seeing lovely attacking bits of play to the point where it becomes muscle memory, and he's giving them the scope to freestyle. Good players it doesn't need to be structured. When you got Lacazette, Smith Rowe, Saka, all the other guys, let them find each other, let them understand each other's game. So that's the main positive I can see from the game. As I said, last season we were 9th for goals, and I can't read too much into this game, but that's the positives. And obviously nobody's injured, we get fitness and things like that. With respect to Millwall, and again, I know in Florida it weren't quite going to be the same, and we can only do what we can with what's happened. But I would have loved to have seen us play against Everton, play against that other team that's there as well, because I think the intensity would have been there. And I think the 2 games in Scotland had a real intensity. I don't think this game had such. Now I know we've got Chelsea and Spurs, and we're going to need to get it right, because after that, you know, we're 2-3 weeks from the season starting. You've got Brentford, City and Chelsea in no order to kick things off, so life is going to hit you real fast. The goal that we conceded, I'm disappointed with. You know, it's a goal that didn't need to happen. It's another cheap goal, and you know, it kind of told the theme of what was harming us last season. I know that, you know, there's hella subs and all of these things, but initially it comes from a corner. It's kept alive by Millwall. We didn't clear our lines properly. And as I said, eventually it's come back into the box and they've done well. And, you know, when you look at it, Millwall, they didn't have much chances, but they're a street smart side, championship side, you know, with street smart individuals, and they were able to do that. So then that means when we're playing other teams with street smart individuals or people that have been around the block or people that can exploit set pieces, it's an issue. And in our last 3 or so games now, if it hasn't been directly from a corner, something has resulted from a corner. So the analytical team, yeah, we can say it's only Hibernian, Rangers and Millwall and not read too much into it, but it is food for thought. It is something to consider, because again, it all plays a part. And if you're doing it now, you're going to do it in the season. And again, I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for building blocks and things like that. And whatnot. I do think, you know, Lokonga, I liked what I saw from him. I liked, you know, when Nelson and them players came. I think all the attacking players did all right. You know, a couple of times, you know, Smith Rowe could have had a couple. You know, Eddie could have had one. You know, even Aubameyang could have had a couple as well. You know, could have added more, but apart from that, nobody's injured. More fitness in the legs. It is what it is. A disappointing goal to concede once again, but we move. When you look at my final thoughts, people, as I said, Millwall not much of a fight as the previous games, but fundamentally a good run out and good attacking moves. I do think the young players can find confidence that did play, but I'd say all the players. I think Tierney done well, Marie did well, El Nene did well, Partey played some very good passes, and Partey was trying to find Smith Rowe quite a lot. You know. If I haven't said Marie already, people did all right, man. You know, still not a clean sheet in preseason. While I'm not going to sit here, you don't get no preseason trophy unless you're Spurs and you celebrate Aldi Cup and that. It tells a picture in it, because if we act like this is the Premier League now, then we might keep more clean sheets. We can't, like I said, we can't throw our arms up and get excited and get angry, but at the same time, we can't keep disregarding it, because again, the season's on our doorstep, really and truly. Very one-sided, but as I said, positives to take. That's just my notes where I've repeated it. And as I said, couple people look well. But yeah, man, it's nice to win. It's nice to score 4 goals. It's nice to see players playing with confidence. It's nice to see players looking sharper. I think Pepe, Marie, El Nene, Partey, they look Balogun when he's coming on. They look sharp, man. They look, even William looked all right. But again, excluding him, I think people look sharp. So I can't really ask anything more and whatnot. Sorry for not doing a watch along for it. You get me, people. I was out at the time Arsenal announced that they'd be streaming the game and things. So yeah, that's my review. That's all I've got to say. Please make sure you've hit the sub button and you're subscribing on Twitch. Please make sure you're getting your opinions in, you're commenting, because I know you will watch the game again. You know, bullet header from Lacazette if I didn't make that make sense. So yeah, man, confidence, attacking moves, but a lot to work on, people. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. It's always a pleasure. People, DG.